Milestones, talking about milestones. Now, this is the lesson 10 in our Prom series, and this has much broader application because the prom is a milestone. Now, very commonly, your son is already going to be 18 or he is going to be 17, closing in on 18. I graduated from high school when I was 17, so my 18th birthday was still months away, but I did see myself as a man. I was graduating from high school, I felt all grown up, and my mother was learning how to deal with her son as an adult. Now, when you have a prom night, that is a great opportunity to be practicing how am I going to parent my adult son. It's one night, it's a milestone opportunity, it's a special event, and so you can treat some of these milestone things where you, as the mom, are learning how to deal with your man instead of with your boy as he's growing up. So it's an opportunity for us as the parents to understand, like, okay, my son isn't just my baby boy anymore. Now he's turning into a grown man. And I've got one night here on prom to use as a milestone to practice treating him more like a grown man and being a coach, an advisor, a mentor, more than just a parent. You're beginning to set the stage for the relationship you can have later on. Remembering that we're raising great men, not just good boys. That the younger they are, the more it's about the good boy. The older they are, the more it's about a great man. And so as we continue to parent our sons, as we parent them into their adulthood, and as we may still be responsible for them through the college years and maybe even a little beyond as they're getting established or maybe even going to grad school, and that we're still offering our support and that they're still living partly on us, that how do we adjust that relationship in that direction? So this is a milestone opportunity. Remember, he's an adult. Now, he might not legally be an adult yet, or maybe he is. But there's a natural tendency among parents that, my baby boy is my baby boy. My boy is my boy. But if my boy perceives himself as a man and I keep treating him as a boy, we're going to have some conflict. There's going to be a disconnect there. So this is a milestone opportunity to practice stepping it forward and understanding what are we doing from here. How are we going to be navigating this as my son becomes a man and I am now parenting a adult? And so being the parent of adult children, it's a different deal. And being a female parent of an adult male child has some interesting dynamics in there because you're teaching him how to have relationships with adult women. And you've been teaching him this for years. And being able to step back as the mom and let him be the adult. And certainly, same thing for fathers. Step back as the dad and let your child be the adult. And still learn how to honor you. And even with my own mother, I honor my mother. I believe that's a rule that lasts forever. I don't owe her obedience. I don't have to do what she tells me to do, but I do honor her. I honor her by listening to her. I honor her by hearing her out. I honor her by listening to her thoughts, her opinions, and gaining from her wisdom. Because I'm an adult, I make up my own mind. I make my decisions, and she honors my decisions that I make as an adult. I mean, I'm not living in her home. She's not providing the roof over my head, the clothes on my back, the food that I eat. And so I don't owe her obedience because of that, but I do owe her honor. And what my mother has said is the place that she knows most and appreciates most is when I will hear her out and she knows I already disagree with her. Maybe I've already made the decision. I am not going to change my mind based upon what she says. She says in those moments she knows the only reason I'm hearing her out is because I love her, she's my mother, and I'm going to honor her this way. And that's part of the dynamics of a relationship as your son is becoming a grown-up. How do you cultivate the great man in him rather than try to guide him in this path of good boy so that he's ready to be a man, he's ready to take charge of an adult life, he's ready to step out and be a leader and do the things he's going to need to do as an adult and as a man as he takes his life into the next phase, leaving behind adolescence and moving into adulthood. And prom night is one place, one tiny little high point you can use as just one day where you get to practice. And so this is a great mom note to understand that that's a reminder your son's becoming a man, and he probably already thinks he is. That's how he's beginning to perceive himself. And you're helping him get there, and you are practicing. How am I going to parent a man? This is Scott Conway with mothersrasingsons.com, and this concludes our 10 lesson series on prom season.